recap for last week. The party, the Scroll Seekers, came face to face with an entity from Ryo's past. An entity who was not very pleased at all to be reunited with the traitor. That, of course, was the dull flaming bird who later identified himself as Coruscarion, apparently a beast of great splendor and whose name caused some sort of reaction in times distant from now. But being caged here for apparently 3,500 years, according to Coruscarion's own words, had led to him being forgotten by pretty much everyone and everything. And yet, his hatred for Ryo had not dulled, had not extinguished an iota since his initial capture, and he brought that fury to bear upon seeing the disgusting face of Ryo once again. The chained bird questioned Ryo about why he was here. As Coruscarion said, was he just here to show off his experiments? And of course, Ryo has no memory, so he couldn't really answer the bird's questions, which seemed to piss off Coruscarion even more. But out of this conversation, a couple of interesting nuggets were gleaned. First of all, Ryo's initial question to the Scroll Seekers now makes much more sense. When Lysander initially bled all over the petrified corpse of Ryo to free Ryo, Ryo's first sort of sentence to the group was, "What are you? You're not dragons and you're not elves. What are you?" At the time, I think most of the party members just kind of brushed this off and didn't think anything of it. But now that question makes much more sense, because according to Coruscarion, the elves actually created what Coruscarion referred to as baser beings. That is, all the other ancestries that are not dragons, giants, and elves were apparently the results of the elves' experiments in the ancient past. And if that's true, then that recontextualizes the story of Lovosgrad's first founding. As Digger would know, as Digger has vaguely alluded to Nia and Nim before, whenever the humans from the Principality of Kasalovakia first landed on this island, and they were marching through the forest, they were accosted by a group of bipedal reptiles, which later came to be known as kobolds. But the existence of these kobolds now is apparently not a coincidence, but they were left here by the elves of the ancient past after having been created. And of course that raises further questions, for everyone knows that this island of Minkairel has been blocked and forbidden from all other habitation for thousands of years by the elves. But for some reason within the past 50 to 100 years or so, accounts differ, but within that time frame, the elves decided to open the island and allow all the other peoples to explore here should they wish. And so once again, why that is remains a mystery, remains a question. And of course, what do the elves have hidden here is still, and perhaps more so, a pressing question than it was previously. Before, it was just a curiosity, like, oh, elves had this island blocked off. Well, I wonder what's there. But now it's like, oh, hold on. There could be world-changing things here. And so Ryo made the difficult decision to give Coruscarion back the heart which Ryo had stolen from Coruscarion. This enabled the bird to be whole once more, and its dying flames roar to life. And in a few ponderous moments of roiling hatred, the bird decided, Coruscarion decided, not to end Ryo's now, unfortunately, mortal and perfectly finite existence. Instead, Coruscarian burst through the ceilings of his prison and through the mountain which had buried the prison, and decided to leave Rio to fate's devices, it seems. If he escaped the collapse of the building, then he escaped. But if he didn't, well, hey, at least he got what he deserved. That could be what Coruscarian was thinking, or he could have been thinking something else. It's hard to tell, to be perfectly honest. But some mysteries have been answered, while many more have been raised in their stead. Nim then decided to identify a number of magical items that the party got. And the party is now kitted out, as they say, with plenty of juicy goods. And where we left off, the party had set the keys into the strange door back at the central chamber and descended down a long spiral staircase that went 60 feet deep into the earth, into a large, somewhat circular chamber, in the middle of which there was a faint periwinkle glow and a silhouette encased in crackling silver light. Chains trailing from this figure all the way to the far reaches of this chamber. And this spirit, seemingly trapped here, kept muttering something very strange as the party approached. The spirit said, "First, the dormant celestial rhombus hidden by divine awakened, guided by hand to a secret design, will these ensuing dangers make decline. Second, the pillar oblivion made only by diablery arrayed, will death's brutal hand be delayed. In the second, only faith most profound can in death's devices solace be found." The spirit then pleaded with the party to leave this place and abandon everything here. If they did, it would provide them with the secret passage to safety. At first, the group thought, of course we'll take this deal. But then they remembered that Digger is still here somewhere. And at least one of them decided they would not abandon their ally. And so that is where we pick up tonight, which I am going to say is a continuation of last week, since we stopped after about 2 or so hours. So this is session 23 and a half, A Monster Thou Art. As you all are huddled up over here, you hear the spirit muttering to itself. It's like, no, don't do this. Inside, greater forces wait. The ritual to awaken magic's apex within. And you see the figure in the center of the room here, with the, as I mentioned last time, the floor in this chamber has severely rotted and broken and fallen through into depths that you cannot see, save for an eerie, ghostly blue glow coming up from the darkness, and a cacophonous set of whispers seemingly pervading the area. But that is where we begin. What would you all like to do?
Can I look around the room? I would like to get a better sense of what exactly is there. I'm sorry, I'm just not. Yeah, I look around the room.
All right. So of course you see in the center of the room where this figure is bound. Obviously, I can't exactly make things float in Tailspire, so ignore the lantern here and just pretend he's floating in a ball of crackling silver light. And there are braziers which are currently not lit in this circular chamber. As we said last time, to the left you see a guillotine. In the back left corner you see an Iron Maiden by a brazier which is not lit, and you see a strange glowing blue flame amidst some sort of device that is largely blockaded in the rubble of this collapsing chamber. To the right, you see this wicked-looking pillar of utter blackness sprawling forth, with this unnatural metal-like jagged spikes sticking out from around the ground behind it. And there appear to be two braziers there that are not yet lit, but there are spider webs all around, indicating this place has not been visited very often, at least by mortal hands. And at the very back, you see that massive gilded door flanked by two ominous flaming skulls that serve as the only light back here. It is a bedecked door with all sorts of jewels and some sort of rune on it, but given the darkness and how far away you are from it, it's hard to make out exactly what is on the door. But as I said last time, there is scarcely a straight line to be drawn through this room in terms of solid, stable flooring. So navigating this area will be perilous. But that is the gist of what you see in this room.
I think
This place. What do you think?
I think he's kind of giving us the instructions here, but I definitely think it'll be dangerous. And we heard from Korskarian that the defenses of the cathedral are pretty intense, and that he thinks will just be taken care of by that. It sounds like we have to find something first, and that will help reduce the danger. And then after that, make a deal possibly with devils or demons. And then something to do with the guillotine. I'm assuming maybe putting your head in it, based on the only faith most profound. Will we be able to kind of help deal with some of this danger in here? And if we're not successful, and I also imagine we might be attacked by several things while we're trying to also achieve these things, whether it's floating weapons or invisible spirits like it has been before. I'm sure it's not going to be easy.
This place, it speaks of ancient sealed away magic. What could possibly be here?
I think it's one of Rio's last experiments, according to Korskarian. And it didn't sound like a good one.
Whatever it is, Digger thought it was important enough to die here. We gotta figure this out. What's first?
If we were to flee
Celestial
now,
rhombus?
if we were to flee now, all we would have achieved is 3 days of suffering.
Well, and there's no we could take this guy's deal if we trust the spirit. But we've already run into one spirit that kicked our asses just by our gambling. But we don't know where is Digger and what's happened to Digger, so anyways, I don't think there's really a way out unless we trust the spirit. But then at that point, we still don't know where Digger is, and they've said that we have to leave behind anyone who's left. So that makes me think Digger is here still, and hopefully she's still alive. But we've been through a lot. How do we feel about tackling this puzzle while also keeping everyone up on their feet?
Well, Rio, if now would be a great time to remember something if you can.
I take a look around the room and try to do what he says.
Yeah, that's definitely how memory works. Why don't you give me a will
Brain
saving
work.
throw? Unlikely, but what is rolling for if not to achieve the unlikely? 27. You get a sense that behind that door is a place that you really don't want to go. You don't really remember anything about this area down here, but you can just feel that if you walk through that door, you in particular are going to be in for a world of hurt. It is a cathedral, they said. Why would a cathedral hurt you?
Considering the signs that I've seen marking me as a traitor and a heretic, and knowing that as a cathedral of some sort, I get the feeling something in there will detest me very, very much.
Would it be a cathedral to Topagades, by chance?
I don't know.
Sounds like you were a popular guy.
And I'm not entirely sure flaming skulls are a typical symbol of that god.
I might not remember much, but that sure doesn't seem like their style, so...
Are any of you proficient in religion?
I am.
Sander is.
Well, go ahead and give me a religion check then. I was supposed to be secret, but fine. Because it's a
Oh, it
knowledge
was
check. Oh, it was secret. Oh, okay. Nice. The only thing I don't like about Update 13 is I can't actually tell. So, you both are fairly confident that there aren't really any gods in Ingara who use that as a symbol for themselves. Flaming skulls, that is.
Flaming skulls with bat wings. Or dragon wings.
Well, and there's supposed to be no such thing as demons either.
Actually, the both of you, with your roles, since Nim mentioned something about devils and demons, it's not something that you would know off the top of your head, but you do vaguely recall maybe a glancing reference or two in scriptures, in holy scriptures, about there being these deeply corruptive yet powerful entities that were beyond reach from humans or really anyone in this world. But somehow, they had enough of an influence to be recorded vaguely and obliquely in a couple of passages of scriptures.
Because, correct, I'm remembering correctly that there's, as far as we know, no other like realms/dimensions. It's just the one. No one's ever stumbled upon anything else.
Correct. There are no other planes.
Yeah, planes of existence. That's what I meant.
But Rio and Lysander, you do recall there being a mention, and maybe one or two places in scripture, of something like a demon or a deeply corruptive entity having visited before.
That doesn't seem like some sort of holy symbol to me, but I don't know what it is, but the part of me that occasionally thirsts for a good fight or a good hunt, that's giving me the urge to, well, I feel like I want to put a big gash right across that symbol to get rid of it. It's not exactly infuriating, but I don't want it around anymore.
This is seeming more and more like a fool's errand, coming down here. We have gotten no closer to finding an answer for what ails the surface above.
Well, we found some things out, such as, origin of creation for several of the races, and that Rio's a massive butthead who no one likes from the past. But you're right. I don't think we've unlocked what Digger was looking for. I don't think we've done anything else, but at this point, there's no going back. I think I'm just... And it sounds like, Nia, you are too, that we recognize that we probably need to go forward and not just take the easy way out, because we don't know if Digger is still trapped here somewhere.
Don't think there is an easy way out of this.
Well, if you trust the spirit, supposedly, yes, he could smuggle us out, let us escape, and we don't go no further. He doesn't have to then attack us.
This place has deceived us before. Digger was led into a trap.
I know better than to trust anything these spirits say. We need to press on.
Very well. We should come up with a plan of action first before we take any steps forward.
Do we want to puzzle out the riddle as best we can before we make any definitive action steps?
I would say so.
So we know, at least it gives somewhat of an order. It mentions first, then second, and then in the second. So I'm assuming maybe the last two can happen at the same time. I don't know. In the second. But the first is we have to find a dormant celestial rhombus that is hidden somewhere here by the divine awakened, which could mean you, Mr. Rio. Guided by hand to a secret, will these ensuing dangers make decline? So if we can find this, we might help lessen the danger ahead. Does anyone have any clue about how we might find the celestial rhombus? It says guided by hand to a secret.
A secret design.
Oh, secret design. I missed that. Secret design.
Guided by a hand. That black thing on the wall looks a bit like a hand.
Hidden by divine awakened, guided by hand to a secret design. Okay, so do we think that is part of it, or do we think that's more the pillar?
That looks like a pillar to me. I could vaguely see if it's a hand, but it hardly...
No! Look, it's an arm. It's coming up out of the ground. It's got 4 fingers with digits.
I can see the
see that?
fingers at
Actually
the
look like
top.
a hand.
Is that a
And
question
the
for me,
braziers
Tyler?
and
Yeah. Does it actually look like a hand? Because I know Tailspire might have different assets.
I mean, it looks pretty much like it is there, so if you think that looks like a hand, then sure.
It is also a pillar. It is certainly a pillar. When I saw it first, that's a hand.
I agree. I think it does look like a hand, and pillars are typically not like that. And then OOC, these braziers, all of them are not lit currently.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, brazier.
Braziers, yeah. They're
Rhymes with Fraser.
Yes, braziers. They're all not lit in this room. So the
Correct.
only light, per se, is the eerie blue light and the sparkling ghost sky.
Yep, the only lights is coming from the ghost guy, the skulls in the back of the wall, and if you look at this picture in the left back, there is like a strange blue flame kind of almost buried in the rubble of the wall.
Can we get a view of this room where we can see where all four corners of the room and see how the braziers line up to each other?
Not from your current perspective, no.
Okay.
Yeah. I could send Cookie up, maybe, but that would be about as much as we could get a bird's eye view.
And also, as soon as any of us crosses the threshold, we don't know what might happen.
Yes. So what do we think of that back there? And she points towards the Iron Maiden.
To me, that looks like one of Death's devices.
And then obviously that, and she points to the guillotine.
Oh, devices. Plural, right?
Yes.
So there's two of them.
And only faith most profound in death's devices can solace be found. Okay.
That part I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I don't know if it means we get inside that and put our head in that. But that seems awfully dangerous. Can solace be found? Solace is in the end. I mean, we could also interpret solace as you're no longer alive, so no pain or any of the other things that life provides you.
Or
That's
it could
a
be
grim reading.
the one device that can isolate someone from the rest of us.
Perhaps as we commence this process, some ill will befoul the room, and the only safe space will be within these.
But it
Crap.
wouldn't be just safe because it says only faith most profound. So like the only faith most profound will you find solace in these death devices. So it's kind of a two-component portion.
Perhaps we need to have faith that we'll be safe there? I don't know.
Where do we feel the pillar is? Pillar Oblivion Made.
It's to the right. I think that's the black, tower looking.
The hand pillar.
Yeah, it's made of oblivion. Obsidian glass.
I had the same thought, but these are different words, oblivion and obsidian. Oblivion, to me, nothingness. A pillar made from nothing.
Well, but so the second, the pillar Oblivion Made only by Diablo Arrayed, so by maybe consorting with those creatures you talked about, will death's brutal hand be delayed. So a deal might need to be struck.
Oh, out of character. Did we confirm diablerie is a deal with a devil? Is that the
Nim,
definition we're going on?
Nim last session rolled an occult check, and she discovered that in the ancient tongue, diablerie was a way of referring to magic that is performed with devils or demons.
Oh, cool.
What does arrayed mean?
Laid
To
out?
dress.
Yeah, like laid out, arranged, put forth. Okay, so we think hand is there. Guided by a hand to a secret design. Do we see where this hand is pointing, or is there just like clawed like it is?
It's just called like it is, and if you look straight up, that's just the ceiling.
Just the ceiling. Okay. Rhea, where'd you hide the celestial rhombus?
I don't know.
Wait, are you responsible for all of the puzzles in here?
I hope not. It doesn't seem like something I would do.
It's very well this all could have been here before Rio made his tower.
Yeah, but didn't we feel
Um,
like he had some sort of divine power? I mean, up until he gave his immortality away, quite a bit of it.
I might not have details, but intricacy was never really my strong suit. I've mostly just, well, charged in head first whenever I had a problem.
But you also
Something
conducted
tells me-
experiments, which is kind of contradictory to head
Yeah,
first.
I agree. That I don't know how that stemmed from. Perhaps millennia of boredom, maybe. I don't know. But if I were still as powerful as I was back then and seeing this room, I probably would have just broke that guy out of his shell and then just tried to punch the door open, regardless of any traps.
And honestly, you probably would have succeeded.
Well, probably. Now, I'm just as fragile as all three of you, so
Out of character, does Nim have any idea? Like, is there a type of magic that casts blue flame? Specifically with the blue flame kind of poking out of that rubble over there. Is there like a spell type or something that produces that effect?
Why don't you roll me an occult knowledge check? So, secret. Alright. Not necessarily a spell type so much as a kind of energy, if you will, in the world. So blue flame could just be super hot fire, but this room is not melting your skin, so it would feel strange for that to be produced naturally by your estimation. However, you see that there is a periwinkle glow sort of suffusing this room, and this is not knowledge that you have, but somehow, once again, this thought creeps into your mind from some unknown origin that says typically the kinds of powers that can affect spirits like the one you see in the room are either the occult or the divine. So perhaps one of those would be useful with those pillars, if your assumption is correct.
Okay. So you guys see that over there, right? The flame that seems to be poking out.
Yes, the little blue one.
I was trying to rack my brain around, is there a spell that I know of that produces an effect like that? And from what I can remember, there's not a spell per se, but it's more of like an energy. And with spirits, typically it's either some occult or divine aspect to it that might be helpful.
Perhaps that is the hidden hand. It
Or the
certainly
pillar.
looks hidden. Well, the pillar we know for sure is the pillar.
if
Do we
I
know for
were
sure it's
to,
the pillar?
It's
Yuri,
pillar
if I
shaped.
were sorry, if I were to remove myself from being considered as part of this solution, then by divine awaken might mean one of your spells that come from divinity. Because this, and I manifest one of my sparks of energy in my head, this was always mine and mine alone. It's not tied to any divinity.
As he says that, Nim, a thought comes creeping into your mind unbidden. Coruscarion did say that Rio pilfered his divinity, and that his divinity now was but a mote, a tiny little thing of paltry power.
Do you not remember what the angry bird said to you?
He said I stole it, but I think whatever I stole was lost through time in my imprisonment. Because this has always been around with me. He might be referring to some other more powerful thing that I've stolen. But this, I'm certain that, well, it was always within me since the day I was. Wait, was I born? Maybe. But as long as I can remember, this has always been a part of my body.
Yeah, but I don't think all the divinity is gone. It's almost unnoteworthy, but there still is some.
Well, perhaps we can try, and if it doesn't work, then we know we have to use some other divinity. But I
Well,
will
South Ha
go
seems
first.
to be really engaged with Nia.
Yeah, if my energies don't work, then, well, at least the two of you have some sort of divinity.
Neo, what goes through your head as Nim says that?
No, you're wrong. And she doesn't say that. And instead, we're deflecting with that Lysander has more of a divine connection than I ever have. Surely it could mean him.
I could
I
attempt to be this awakened one.
but we haven't seen a god intervene with him. We have with you.
Lysander, you do recall earlier in your exploration whenever you gently removed that corpse from its trap and said a prayer for it, you felt Ixtiliscath pleased with your actions.
Perhaps I have simply not gotten there yet. At the very least, we will not be getting anywhere soon if we stand here all day.
But I feel like we definitely need an agreement on a game plan and be wise about who does what, as well as positioning, because she points at the gaping floor.
And when something doesn't work, we might need a backup for it.
Mm-hmm. So do
I
we
would,
think... Go
I
ahead.
would suggest going to the blue flame first.
Well, the riddle says, guided by hand to a secret design. So do we think that flame is the hand?
I have an idea. What if I take out my hand and I sort of place it on the game board? My pinky is to the left. My ring finger is where the flame is. My middle finger is sort of where the Eh,
Are you talking about this over here?
yeah. I'm just trying to come up with a theory, but I don't know if that theory works or not.
A rhombus is usually
Go ahead.
Rhombus. A rhombus is like a... Yeah.
a cockeyed rectangle with a acute and obtuse angles.
It's true. And it's celestial for some reason.
A quadrilateral with 4 sides of the same length.
See, it's
Not
been a long
square.
time. It's rectangle shape, but
It's a
obtuse.
diamond.
Yeah, I guess diamond's better.
And this is how our heroes die
What?
because they can't agree on geometrical definitions.
Do I know of
I got
any,
this wrong in front of my fiance's family at Thanksgiving. I've learned what a rhombus is
Oh no!
since
Do I
then.
know? Does Lysander know of any star signs that are in the shape of a rhombus?
Interesting. Why don't you give me an astrology check? Or whatever your star seeker thing is.
It is astrology.
Alrighty. Let me see, what did you roll? Okay, that's oh, I shouldn't tell you that. There is in fact a constellation that you've seen a number of times. When you stared up at the sky, trying to figure out your place in this seemingly familiar yet alien world. And that is the constellation of Reticulum. It's a rhomboid shape, small constellation that often appears in the northern sky. But, it's not quite a rhombus, it's a rhomboid. But there is another constellation that's often found nearby it, called Delphinus. That does have a rhombus shape that formed its body.
Did you say the word constellation out loud?
Yeah, he would sort of be musing this, echoing the GM's words.
Well, I'm afraid I can't help you much with constellations. I've seen, well, constellations get messed up and move around throughout my lifetime, so their stars they're not actually still, they move extremely slowly.
Still, they tell a story, don't they?
Well, it depends. It always just looked like a swirling mass of very slow sparks to me.
Do we know of any deities whose symbols involve diamond-shaped rhombus stuff?
You can give me a religion check if you would like.
Ugh, not my forte, but...
Can I try to recall if there ever was a consistent rhombus-shaped constellation?
Sure. Just give me a society check, Rio. Nim. You do recall that, very luxurious bed spread that you looted from one of the skeletal corpses did have symbols of hypernacy, and there were strange overlapping triangle-esque shapes that if you looked at them from a different angle, might be roughly rhombus-like.
Okay. I was thinking of when you said Celestial Lady of the Night, but I was like, it doesn't seem to jive. So
Rio, you don't really remember what the night sky used to look like who knows how many thousands of years ago.
So, Nia, your sleeping roll that you got.
Yeah? What about it?
Do you see the designs here?
Yeah, that's a rhombus, isn't it?
I would say kind of. And if, we said Celestial Rhombus by Divine Awakened. So do we need to talk to Sicker? Oh God, Hypernessi? Hypernessi?
Hypernessi.
Hypernessi.
Gesundheit.
When people tried to petition him, he usually answers.
Question is a win.
Clearly.
Yeah, so there are definitely like vortexes of stars and galaxy-looking things on that symbol. Just a minor correction. And you remember that symbol of Topogonies that you saw had those strange overlapping triangle shapes that, if you looked at them a different way, could be a possible rhombus. So just to clarify, stars and shiny things and vortexes on the bedspread, but it was the symbol of Topogonies that had those overlapping triangle shapes.
Okay. I also thought him because God of Figures, but...
The spirit, once again, as you've been speaking, has been repeating what you think is a riddle over and over, but it breaks in its monotonous drone to say, I am but the guardian. The real threat lies beyond, where the ritual to awaken magic's apex is underway.
Oh, what?
The ritual to awaken magic's apex.
Please, you must flee. I am but the guardian.
Who's trying to awaken?
What more can you tell of this place, Guardian?
I am restrained. I can only beg you, in what few moments of lucidity and defiance I still have left, to give up. Because, like I said, I am but the guardian. The true force awaits beyond. So fight me if you must, but be aware that this will not be your only test of mettle today.
Oh.
If you were put here to guard this place many eons ago, do you remember if there was a way to completely stop it?
I do not. The torture has racked my mind full of holes. Your questions like water pour through many of them, leaving nothing behind.
Oh, I'm afraid I share that sentiment too.
Okay, I think at this point we're not going to have enough answers, so we just need to go off based of our assumptions. So we know there's an order to this. First, we find the Celestial Rhombus, and that'll help make the dangers less. Second, we approach the Pillar of Oblivion and maybe make a deal with some unknown entities. And then we also, those who have faith most profound, can find solace in death's devices. But the pillar helps remove or delay death's brutal hand. So, if we're going to try and find Celestial Rhombus first, and it says, guided by hand to a secret design, do we feel this? And she points to the creepy, jagged hand thing. Is it the hand that maybe we start with? Or do we feel that this, and she points to the flame, might be hiding a hand behind all the rubble?
My intuition points to the flame.
Nia, Rio?
But the flame, it's not a hand. That thing there, the only thing in this room that looks like a hand to me. The rhombus is hidden, the hand is the guide.
We must
don't
do
see
well
much
to
flame
not
with the
take
hands,
these
sorry.
things all too literally. Many riddles are coached in symbology. Try to distance
of our
yourself from
hands.
the words and try to see the whole picture.
So we could approach this two different ways. We could have some people go to the flame, some people go to the weird actual hand-shaped thing and see what happens. It does mention by Divine Awakened, and I took that as the rhombus was hidden by Divine Awakened. But it could mean maybe the Divine Awakened is the one to guide by hand to a secret design.
Or I think it might be referring to using divine powers to awaken the hidden rhombus.
Could be. So do we feel good about, to tackle the first part of the objective, half go to the flame, half go to the creepy, jagged hand? Because I think if we all go to the flame, it's also not a big spot. You know.
Yeah, let's get a closer look at these at least. Maybe
I think
we'll find something to guide us further.
I think we should split up by having those who can support or help heal hurts be with people who can't. I don't have as much ability to help with hurts this time.
But don't forget, you do have several scrolls.
I do. But this isn't our only battle, so I want to save it for that.
I would simply prefer to stay together.
So one vote to stay together. We all look at one thing at one time, and one vote is to split up to both investigate both options. Nia, Rio, I think you're going to help decide what we do.
Well, I was thinking first trying my energy on that first, blue flame. I'm hoping that's one of the corners of the rhombus. But if that doesn't work, then someone else with divine powers can try using their energies on it. And if that still doesn't work, then that might not be part of the rhombus.
I think any action we do to proceed will start off whatever defenses are in place here. So do we want to be all together when that happens, or do we want to have people positioned in two areas? Because if we all go to the wrong thing, then we have to somehow navigate to the other side of the room and get everyone there.
The
That's a
floor
good point,
as
Nim.
treacherous as it is.
I'm not confident in any answer. If we split up, at least one of us will be in the right place.
Or we will all be separate and die alone.
One thing I know for sure, I will need to help you cross these gaps, Nim.
Yeah. I think so. Okay. So it sounds like Rio, am I right? You want to...
We're going on to the blue flame. I've decided.
What were you saying then?
I was gonna say, so Rio, it sounds like you agree with Lysander. You want us all to investigate the blue flame as opposed to look at the hand, to look at the flame.
Well, consider this. I have to stick with you, and if Lysander were to separate from us, he can't try his divine energies in time should mine fail.
Well, and hold
So,
on. If the hand, just so I orient, do I have to hop across the gap to get to the hand, or is it connected to where we are now?
No, you have to hop across to get anywhere in this place.
Okay, I
The
wasn't
stairway
sure.
that you guys came down is pretty much separated from the rest of the room because the floor has fallen through.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't know because I can't quite turn to see everything. I've just seen the zoomed in pieces. Okay, well then I guess that settles it. Let's go to the blue flame and let's hope that this is the right choice. Do we, real quick, Nia, hold out your weapon.
Nia grabs her rapier and pulls it out.
I'm gonna cast runic weapon.
Alright, you have Runic Weapon. As you cast that spell, the room begins to shake as the spirit says, "No, no, I warned you! I warned you! Ah!" And we're going to take a quick break before the big combat begins. Since we probably
Oh
won't have
no,
a
we did it.
chance to take a break
Yeah,
after
as
that.
soon as we make an action.
I warned you.
Whew.
Man, this guy's some bitch. Fuck you, cage guy.
Alright, be back in 10 and we'll see how long you live.
Hey, that's a great sign.
It wouldn't be the first time I went into the depths of an Enigma's dungeon where secret ancient evils were trapped, only for it to murderize us instantly.
Yeah, it feels like we're in your wheelhouse right now. Yeah, this is you were playing to your strength. All right, cool. We'll be back. Oh yeah, my token disappeared. There, I'm back. Oh, you applied it. Cool, we're good. All right, I'll be back in 9 minutes.
I'm back.
I was surprised the door unlocked. Thought I left. Was it? Yeah. My head.
That's a wait till you get. Like, wow, I would just, yeah, so.
Oh, alrighty. We all back and ready to go?
Yep.
Yep.
Beta.
Alright. So, the room begins to shake. A few more of the tiles that were barely hanging on here in this stone chamber that looks like it has been patched together with some wooden blocks over time that have also then rotted through. Some of those that were clinging on for dear life collapse further into the void, into the abyss, as the room shakes. You hear a strange screeching noise as descending from the ceiling is a massive bird glowing in spectral blue colors. And floating up beneath the stone platform in the middle of the room is also a purple flaming tiger who also floats in the middle of the room. And
Okay.
I need you all to roll initiative. So here's what it's going to be. Nim, it's going to be occult for you, because you just cast a spell. Lysander, you were contemplating stars, so astrology for you. And then perception for Nia and Rio.
I'm an expert.
Oh, it looks like it did not, So 26 for Rio, 24... Alright, so it looks like it didn't save your initiative for some reason. Alright, so Nim, what did you get? 24?
Yes.
Nia, you got what, 26?
10.
10? Oh, wow. But you're an expert, right?
Yeah, I took incredible initiative.
And Rio, you got like what, 20 something?
26.
26. Very nice. Alright, well. Let me go ahead and rearrange this. Lysander, Rio, Nim.
I have free cam. Yippee!
Whoa.
Oops. Yeah. Try to keep it to your current perspective. Alright, so it is Lysander, Rio, Nim, Eagle, Tiger, and Nia. Oof. Alright. So, Lysander, you are up. What would you like to do?
Alright, so how wide are these gaps?
They are as wide as they appear on the map.
So that, what is that?
It's about 15 feet.
10 feet? 15 feet.
Yes. If you're jumping from, say, here to the middle platform, it's about 15 feet. If you're jumping from here to here, that's about 10 feet. If you're jumping from this corner to over here, that's about 15 feet.
I'm not going to be doing no jumping. But I will shoot a... I will conjure a starry dagger, though. And throw it at one of them.
Alright, and they are now on Foundry 2, so you can target them.
Let's target... Well, I mean, they both fly, so... Let's target the tiger.
Alrighty, go for it. .23, that hits.
Alright. 7 spirit damage.
Alright. It lets out a ghostly, yet angry and very real tiger-like roar.
This I did not expect. They will come. And I'm going to cast shield.
Alright.
I guess it's sustained.
Rio.
Let's see on my turn.
Yeah, if you want to measure things, just hit M and then you can drag the rulers.
Alright, so does anyone want to cross?
We said get to the blue flame.
Which is, if you can see my light, all the way over here in this corner.
Okay, hang on to my tail. I wrap my tail around Nim Does that consider as an action to pick her up?
That is an action, yes. Assuming Nim is willing.
Okay.
I am willing.
Alright, so yes, just an action to pick her up.
And then I'm gonna pick her up, and then I'm gonna fly across the gap.
Alright. Let's see, I can actually enable flying for you. Look at that.
Ooh. And then I'm gonna move over.
Oh, sorry. There you go. To about there. Alright. So you still have Nim.
Drop Nim right next to the brazier, so that she can choose to take cover if she wants to. But then
That will be your turn, yeah. Action to pick her up, an action to fly, and an action to put her down.
Ah, okay. Putting down is an action. Okay, yeah. Then that's my turn.
Unless you just want to, like, throw her off your shoulders with no concern for her safety.
Nah, yeah. We're right next to the edge. I'm not gonna throw it.
Alright, Nim, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to free action Patron's Puppet.
Alright.
Then I'm going to cast Needle of Vengeance on Rio.
Gotcha. What does that say? The target takes 2 mental damage anytime it uses a hostile action against the named creature. Okay, got it.
So it'll keep a little bit of a buffer, and then that, I think that's one action since I did a free action.
Yep.
I'm going to try to cast Daze on the flying bird since we are heading in that direction.
Alright. Go for it. Needs to make a will save. Oh no! It was almost a 20 and it rolled over to a 2, so that's an 11, so that's a failure.
Yay!
So it takes 1d6
Right.
mental damage.
Oh, 2. Wow, cool. I was hoping to stun it, but oh well.
And you realize as you conjure this burst into the spirit's mind, it has no effect on it.
Good to know.
Is that your turn then?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, well, Cookie's free action. She's going to move to me. And since I cast Needle of Vengeance, she's going to give me a +1 to my AC for her familiar effect.
Right. And what is her fly speed, like 20 feet? 25 feet, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so it is now the ghostly bird's turn. It seems like it really dislikes you, Rio, as it's going to fly over to you. And it's going to try to swipe at you with its talons. That's only an 18.
Yep, miss. I block it with my shield.
Very well. And then with its last action, it is going to fly back and stare at you very menacingly. The tiger's turn. Tiger. As you're looking at the tiger, Rio, it suddenly disappears.
Out of character, did Nim, when he swung at Rio, did I see the same phenom where there didn't seem to be any harm come to it?
It needs to make a will save for that, right?
Nope. Anytime it uses. Oh, yeah, with a basic will save.
Gotcha. Alright, well it rolled an 18 on that, so... A mental jolt. Yes, that also seems... Oh wait, that was the wrong thing. 2 mental damage. Yes, that also seems to have no effect on it.
Okay, so thank you. That helps me.
Alright, so as you're looking at the tiger, suddenly it just seems to fade into the shadows and disappear. You're not quite sure what exactly is happening. But the next thing you notice, Rio, is that you were one lucky bastard. Oh wait, but you're off guard.
Oh.
So that would still not hit. So, you hear a growl and you feel a great force of wind as something slashes out at you, but then nothing. Mia, it is your
Calls
turn.
me right across the cheek and makes me turn my head, but he clawed me right on my scales, and I just clench my teeth and stare back.
Alright, I'm gonna try and jump across this gap.
Alright, give me an athletics check, please.
Hey,
22. Alright, so you can make that gap.
Right.
Do you have the feat that lets you jump without making a running start?
I don't think so.
Okay, so that's 2 actions then.
Got it. 2 actions to get there. We're heading for that back spot. I will use a 3rd action to keep running this way. I have 30 feet movement speed right now. Yeah, 30 feet. So I'm gonna try and get to like here.
Gotcha. That is your turn.
Yes.
Lysander, what would you like to do?
Do I get a sense that this ghostly tiger turned invisible?
It definitely seemed to vanish from existence. Invisibility is one way to do it. It's not to say it is the way that it did it, but...
Did I heard it, like, try to attack,
Yes, you
Rio,
did hear it
right?
growl, and you could see the gust of wind across Rio's hair as, like, something was there, but...
Where to, like, to the north, east of it, northeast.
To the right of Rio is where the wind came from.
I'm gonna take a gamble, and I'm going to the right of him. I'm gonna cast Revealing Light, as a glimmer of stars will burst in that direction.
Alright, needs to make a reflex saving throw. Oh, you're kidding me. Only a 12, so just a regular failure. It is dazzled. If it was invisible, it becomes concealed instead. Alright.
That's really good.
Dazzled. Alright, that was 2 actions.
And so now I see it, right?
It is concealed now, so you have an idea that it's somewhere in that space, but to target it you still have to roll a flat check.
Yes, it's a lower flat check. Can you reveal the token so I can target it?
My bad.
And I am going to use my 3rd action to sustain my spiritual weapon.
Alright.
Let's see if it automatically rolls the flat check. It did not. Let me roll the flat check. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, so unfortunately you sustain your weapon and go to swing at the creature, but you hit somewhere it is not, as you cannot target it.
Alright, that's the end of my turn.
Rio.
So the tiger is not revealed.
No, it is. It's not hidden to us anymore.
Yeah.
It's just
okay.
concealed.
Yeah, it's like the shadows are making it hard to see, but you have an idea that it's somewhere over here.
Okay.
You just don't know exactly where it is.
Am I able to target it?
You can roll a d20 to see if you can, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna first raise the ball and use that to protect Nim. I'm gonna track the effect on. And then that will give her a +1 AC, which should automatically count. And then I'm gonna move the spark from that into my fist, and then try to fracture mountains on the partially invisible tiger.
All right. Well, first roll a d20 to see if you can. You can. So roll your attack.
Ooh, very nice.
32. That's going to be a crit.
So this is a
Oh,
fracture
that's so
mountain.
juicy.
Boom.
26 damage. Wow. You hit it pretty hard. It looks like it didn't like that at all. But you can tell that some aspect of your attack still didn't quite land.
And Rio fights with his fists, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Alright, so that is your turn, Rio.
Ooh,
Nim,
it's
what would you like to do?
Spirit damage.
Okay. Seeing how the Needle of Vengeance didn't have much effect, she is going to instead cast Nudge Fate on Rio. And she's going to switch Cookie from giving me a +1 AC bonus now that Rio is, to a -1 AC bonus for Tiger.
All right.
And then let's see. We will. Okay, I want to look at. We're just gonna. I don't think that's gonna help. We're gonna. Ahead of me, so I'm gonna angle. It's a cone, 15-foot cone. How far away am I from the griffin?
You can actually pull out the cone measurement. You are 30 feet away from the griffin.
Okay. Then, I can do hardly anything. I will just move closer to Nia at this point then. That'll be my... Since I used one action already, I'll use one action to get closer to Nia.
Alright.
And Cookie will stay around the tiger.
Alright. Alrighty.
And my last action is raise shield one action
Yes.
or two?
One
Okay,
action.
then I'll raise shield for last action.
Alright. So make sure you toggle that. It is now the bird's turn. The giant bird is going to swoop over. It comes darting at you with incredible speed, Nim. And it reaches out with its talons to strike you. That is a 25.
Well, yeah, beats my 20 AC.
Alright, you take 14 points of spirit damage from its claws. As its claw, or its talons I should say, like sweep past your form, it's gonna try to grab onto your psyche as you feel a burst of headache in you feel your head burst in pain, I should say. And just has to beat a 16. Well, that's a 25, as you are now grabbed by the creature. And you
Fun.
are held aloft by it, 10 feet in the air.
That's really not good.
So fun.
Alright, it's now the tiger's turn. the tiger, frustrated, is going to, let's see here. Yeah, it's going to try to pounce on you, Lysander. As it soars across this way, it's going to try to land on you with a very heavy thud. Oh, it rolled over from a 20 to a
My
3.
check.
What's that?
Oh, it probably misses anyway.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Sander just dodges out of the way.
And how long does this dazzled last?
1 minute since he failed.
1 minute, alright. So, he leaps over, pounces on you, and then he sinks beneath the floor and is no longer in sight. Nia.
I see. In fact, I don't see.
Okay. 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 I have a question or two. This thing is 15 feet up high.
That's about 10 feet up, yeah.
How high? 10 feet up. How high is this? This may not be within the realm of possibility. The distances, I don't know how they apply. Could I climb up on this lantern torch column here next to me and leap off of it and try to strike the ghostly griffin?
Alright, I'll tell you what. By the way, there is if you click above your token, like on your little avatar, there is a gesture tool that you could point to, so I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I see. There it is. It's this here.
Yes. So I will tell you what. You can give me an athletics check. To leap that far from it, I'm going to say you need a 25. And then if you make that, you can attempt an attack, but it's going to be at -3.
Okay, that gives me a sense of how within the realm of possibility it is, and I am not that athletic. So I'll do a different thing. Dang, going under the ground makes it also tough to target. I have limits in my ability here. I'm gonna as one action draw a weapon in my other hand. Here, this should be here. I'm gonna draw bondage breaker.
Alright.
Shoot, and I have no way of neatly implementing it, so I'm just gonna yell up at the ghostly griffin like, "Hey, let her go!" and wave around the pick and sword, attempting to demoralize it.
Go for it.
God, I think I got it here and here with intimidating glare. Roll. Oh, no, that's a 15.
That is a 15. Well, unfortunately, that is a failure, but not a crit fail.
Okay, as a regular failure, I do get panache off of that. And I would like to use it to move with my full speed. Can I run and get up on top of this thing here?
Sure.
Or is that too on fire?
Well, it's not lit yet.
Okay. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to get up onto a high thing.
Very well.
And just
I will say
make
if
it
you are attacked
visible
while up
while-
there, you will need to make a balance check to avoid
That's
falling.
fair.
All right. Lysander, what would you like to do?
We have to help Nim. So I'm going to do a 2-action long jump.
Alrighty.
Get across there.
Alrighty.
I have my assurance. I'm
Assurance.
sure that'll let me get across.
Yeah, you can leap 5 feet equal to the number you roll on the die. So if you roll 15, then yeah, you can leap 15 feet.
Perfect. And then I'm going to shoot the griffin.
All right. With what?
With my sustaining spell. Heck. Oh man. Oh, that's the end
16.
of my turn.
Yeah, that's unfortunately not going to do it. Rio, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna move over since it's 10 feet up in the air. Okay, and then move up to
So-
reach the griffin.
Yep, hold control and
I have
click on your
the-
token, and it will let you go
Okay.
up.
You have to hold down control while you lift up.
There you go.
Then I'm gonna third action try and this would be, well, it's not exactly a grapple. I'm gonna try and I guess I'm trying to disarm Nim from the griffin
All
to
right.
try and get Nim from it and so that
So
she
make
doesn't fall.
make an athletics check against the creature. Ooh, just barely got it. All right, so you managed to rip Nim out of the creature's grasp. Nim, as that happens, I did say it had grabbed a hold of your psyche.
You did.
You take 4 points of mental damage.
Oh, gee.
And Rio, as that is your third action, and as your flying states, you begin falling.
Yes.
So please give me.
I'm gonna try and twirl in the air and hug Nim as tightly as I can and try to take the fall over.
Yes, please give me a reflex saving throw. All right, you land with ease. So bring yourself back down. All right, that is your turn. Nim, freshly freed from the ghostly bird, but with a headache, what do you do?
I'm ouchies, so let me think. I am going to, let's see if this works. I am going to sustain Nudge Fate on Nia, and then I am going to I'm going to look up at the flying bird and start humming.
Interesting. Basic fortitude save, alright. What does Nim's humming sound like?
Kind of like the creepy girls in any like horror movie. It's like real creepy.
La la la.
Alright.
Like that kind of like freaky.
Perfect. So it rolls a regular failure. So roll the damage. Ooh.
Oh, of course. Cool. I'm just chipping away ones and twos.
1 damage.
No.
And
Oh,
No
sonic
damage.
damage
does not,
do it.
the creature seems completely unfazed by your disturbing humming.
So no mental, no sonic. Cool.
I believe that was 2 actions, right? Yeah, so you still have 1 action left.
Yes. Well, the haunting is 2 actions, and I sustained
Ah, that's right.
Nudge Fate.
Alright.
And Cookie is gonna switch to the bird for the negative AC.
Alright, is Cookie gonna move?
trying to move him.
There you go.
It won't let me select him. Oh.
All right.
So
The bird's turn. It's gonna fly over, irritated by what just happened. And actually, it's going to target you, Rio, with its ghostly talon. That is a 27. That hits.
Yep.
As it rolls damage. That's 14 damage to you. Oh. For some reason it... There we go. What? Why can't I click on you?
Oh, mirrored ages is that?
You have your own token selected.
Oh. Bruh.
the bird's very upset.
Oh, I see. The controls got switched. There we go. Alright. And then it's going to try to peck your eyes out with its beak. That is a 24.
Yep, hits. What did my AC go?
That is 18 damage to you. As it pecks at you, you manage to shield your eyes in time for it just to peck off parts of your flesh. But you're looking decently hurt. So it is now the tiger's turn. Let me see here. You've got to be kidding me. It was a one-off. Alright. Well, it leaps across. You feel something whoosh past you, Lysander. And it is going to move on and try to bat at Nia. There we go. So Nia, you are going to feel a swipe at your ankles that does nothing to you because apparently this tiger is rolling terribly. And that's its turn.
Alright,
Oh, good kitty.
Oh no, tiger, is it visible?
It is visible, yes.
Okay. Okay, well I can reach that. I can't reach the griffin. So I'm standing up on top of this lantern, call him Brazier. I'm gonna swipe at the ghostly tiger with my sword.
Go for it.
I'm gonna do a confident finisher. So if I miss, I'm still gonna do a little bit of damage. I cannot target it on the foundry, so I'm just gonna roll the dice.
Oh, you can't target it? It's right next to you.
Oh, that's it. Jeez, I'm blind. The big blue thing. Okay, it does that and that.
Gotta roll a flat check.
I do, don't I?
Yes.
I see
Whoa.
I see it. I got it.
Alright, 24 hits, roll damage.
Alright.
And you get to roll
will
damage
apply.
twice because of your runic weapon.
Yeah, I apply
Should automatic.
extra d6. Yep, it's doing it. It becomes striking. Oh, that's
It's okay.
an unfortunate.
And takes no damage.
Oh. Guys, I think they might be spirits.
Yes, unfortunately, you stab straight through the head of this creature. Its head kind of parts like this creepy ectoplasmic goo, and as you retract your rapier, it forms back over it, seemingly unaffected.
Alright, I'm going to drop Bondage Breaker on the ground.
All right.
And see. Oh, that was really one action, huh? 'Cause I just struck. Strike, drop thing. I'm just gonna drop it on the ground next to me. I will try and intimidate the tiger.
Okay.
Neil will roar at it. Demoralize. Collect exactly one token.
That is a critical
That's a
failure.
natural. Oh no. Okay.
It comes out as a meow.
The tiger, you hear it roar, and you're like, meow. Lysander, you're up.
Oh, that's two actions, I think. I struck and intimidated.
Oh, you're right.
It appears only spiritual damage afflicts them. Rio, you and I need to focus this one down.
I will, third action, draw Pale Lady's Hammer.
All right. All right, so one action to shout those orders to the group. Got 2 actions left.
Oh man.
Oops.
A sustain. Target the I don't know if these would count as undead, actually. Spirits are different from undead, I feel like.
Which one are you targeting?
I'm just ruminating. Targeting the correct one.
Ooh, critical
Nice.
miss. It's alright, get all the bad rolls out now.
Flip it. I'm gonna re-roll it. Ooh, still a minute. Oh, a hit.
19.
Oh, I gotta roll my flat check.
Barely, barely.
Whew.
Roll that damage.
Decent.
8 damage.
8 spirit damage.
Did not like that at all.
It's spirit weights. And then I'm going to use Nudge the Scales on him.
Alright.
Nim, you regain 10 HP.
And that is your turn. That is 3 actions.
Baxter goes up.
Rio, what would you like to do?
Hey, Nia is fighting the tiger. Lysander is.
Please don't ignore my orders. I spent an action on that.
Yep. Well, my fist is not. Did the griffin stay near ground level after it swooped down, or did it fly back up?
It flew back up.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
it turns out it
gonna-
actually has reach, I should say. So it can strike you from where it is.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna use the raise the walls on Nia, and then I'm gonna activate the radiance to heal Nim for 2 plus 10, 12.
Oh wow, thanks.
And then, let me pull that on. So yeah, now both Nia and Nim still has the minute left of +1 AC. Second action, I'm gonna jump up. Yeah, just fly up to where the bird is, and then I'm gonna try and punch it.
Alright, go for it. Roll your attack. .28, that will hit. Oh, are you serious?
Oh.
Double ones? It takes very minimal damage as you try to punch its spectral body. And then you begin falling. Please roll me a reflex saving throw.
Yep. How high up is it in the air?
10 feet.
Okay, yeah, I would have flown up like 10 feet and then float 5 feet down and then try to land.
You succeed, so you manage to land gracefully with no effort. Or no ill effects. Nim, what would you like to do?
Can I recall knowledge
About what or
around
whom?
about the spirits? Would I know, based on what I've observed so far, no mental damage, no sonic damage, no physical damage, would I know if the spell Force Barrage would have any effect on spirits based on that?
Sure, why don't you give me a religion or occult check? It is knowledge, so it should be secret. Alright. Yeah, these creatures, something about them seems to be unlike other spirits that you've encountered. You know that force damage tends to be pretty reliable, but whether it will have any effect here, there's only one way to find out.
Oh, and remind me, we janky repaired the Force Barrage wand, yes?
Yes, so it is perfectly fine. You can use it again.
Oh, okay, it's fine. Okay. I guess we're gonna wait though because it only has one charge and I've used an action and I won't be able to use all three. So instead, I'm just going to sustain Nudge Fate on Nia, and I'm gonna continue moving in the direction of the blue flame.
Alright, go for it.
And Cookie's gonna keep giving the Griffin a -1 AC.
So that was only 16 feet. Would you like to move 4 more feet?
If it'll get me across that safely.
Okay.
If I'm gonna be dangling above the gap, no, I'll stop short.
Okay, do you have 20 or 25 feet of movement?
I think I have 25.
25, okay. That, let's see. So that'd be 20. I'll say that gets you right to the edge there.
Okay, and then I'd stop short. I don't want to be above this abyss.
Yeah. Alright. Did you say Cookie was moving anywhere?
No, he's gonna stay next to the bird and keep giving it a -1 AC.
Alright. Well, seeing you just run by it seems to have offended the creature immensely. I
Leave me
need
alone.
all of you to give me... Yes, I need all of you to give me will saving throws, please. Very nice, very nice. Wow. All right. So you all succeed.
Very rare.
And because you all succeeded, as it lets out this harrowing screech that shakes the room and rattles your ribcage, you feel like it normally would make you very afraid, but you steal your resolve and are no longer terrified for a little while of this creature's terrible screeching. But Rio, it still seems to dislike you, so it's going to try to scratch you across the face with its claws, as that's a 25.
Yep.
Ooh, 15 points of spirit damage.
Ouch.
It's now the tiger's turn. Tiger is going to run over, and you are now off guard. And it is going to try to attack you. One with its jaws and one with its claws. And it gets to do so. It passed its check. Let's go. That is a 22.
Yep.
As you take 12 points of damage. And then, with its claw, as it... You notice, now instead of being concealed, it becomes fully visible after it attacks you, Rio. And as it makes its last attack against you, that is a 22.
Yep.
It does need to make the save, the dazzle check again.
It did, yeah. That is a 19.
It's.
Actually, what was this? That'd be...
I'm off guard, so.
Yes, so that would be 13 points of damage, which unfortunately is still enough to knock you unconscious.
Oof.
That is its turn. Nia, you are up.
Okay, that's tough. Rough. But that does mean I'm gonna get down off of this. I wanna move over here, get to the other side of the tiger, over by Rio.
Okay.
And wielding the Pale Lady's hammer, I am gonna swing it at the tiger.
Very well. Go for it.
Okay. Oh, I felt like I was flanking on the other map, but on this map it's not.
Yeah, Lysander's one square away currently.
Such a... I see. Unfortunate. Okay, I'm not gonna be flanking them. That's fine. I'll still take the swing.
A 13, unfortunately. Even with a minus one
Not
AC
gonna-
misses.
Okay, he's already... Okay, Rio's already... I'm spending a hero point on this one, because we're in a rough spot.
Alrighty.
4.
Oh, it was
No.
almost an 18. That's so
It rolled the same way for you. Did it hit the top right corner and bounce off?
Yep.
We share the animation.
So unfortunately that's a miss, so you've got one action left.
Dang. Okay, and I've already intimidated both of them, successfully or not. Okay, this is... This puts me in a rough spot. Here, I can... Oh, wait! Wait! It's a confident finisher. It still does...
Ah, it still does
It's just
precision
gonna do
damage.
bludgeoning damage. It's gonna do 1 or 2 d6 of bludgeoning damage, which I don't think are gonna do damage here. So it's half of it. So yeah, it's a d6. It's not gonna hurt it. We'll roll a d6 of bludgeoning damage in case it does anything. And I spent panache on that. I've moved. I have struck, and I can't do another strike because I did that. I'm
So you
so
like it's
limited.
like- you could roll 2d6 and just half that. Yeah, it doesn't say just half the dice.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So you have one d6 here, so just roll another d6 and we'll put them together.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be 1 for a second. Alright, so it does very minimal damage to it. It takes 4 points of damage.
Okay. Man, my single action activities are bad. I'm gonna use an action to take out a healing potion moderate with one hand.
All right,
Wait, no, I'm holding
Nope.
things in each hand already.
that's true. You are.
That's not even... I'll put away my rapier as a third action. That's it, I'm done.
All right, Lysander.
So I am going to 2-action cast heal at a 2nd rank
Okay.
on Rio.
Ooh,
22 healing.
nice.
Then I'm going to target the tiger again with my star dagger.
Go for it. As its form has now solidified and is no longer cloaked in shadows, you can see that like the gooey substance that makes it up is starting to slaw off. Like its shoulder is starting to turn into mush. Half of its face is starting to droop down. It's not looking
Be gone, beast.
pretty good. It's not looking too good. And as you strike it with the spiritual weapon, it explodes in a mess of bright purple flaming sparks. And that is your turn.
All right. Yeah.
Rio, you are conscious now. Would you like to stand up?
Yes, 1 action to stand up. 2nd action to swap to my staff with lightning swap, and then I'm gonna strike at it.
Okay, so
with
you mean
the
you're gonna
staff.
fly up to strike at it?
It's a bow staff, so it has 10 foot of reach.
Oh, okay. Very nice. .22 will hit.
And then it won't be much, but hopefully it counts for something.
8 points
just
of
some
damage.
spirit damage.
It seems to do very little to the giant spectral bird.
And that's my turn.
Alright. So, Nim, it is now your turn.
Okay, she is. How hurt is everyone looking if I look out across my party?
At a very rough glance, you know that Rio just came back from getting knocked out, so he's looking pretty rough. The others are looking pretty okay, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
At a very quick glance, it doesn't cost you anything.
Because she knows there's greater dangers, she's going to continue heading towards the flame.
Alright.
She will use all her movement, I think. I can get there with all my movement. Alright, it's 4 feet. 18 feet. Uh, 28 feet. Okay, so 2 actions to get here, it looks like. Is that right?
Do you want to get right up next to it or just right here?
Oh, can I scramble up there?
Yep.
Cool. Okay. I will scramble up here. That's not 50 feet of movement, so I think I still have 1 action. So I will maintain Nudge Fate on Nia, and that will keep the -1 AC for the bird.
Alright. Speaking of the bird, it is the bird's turn. Bird is the word. And Nia, it seems to shift its focus over to you. It doesn't actually move. I don't know why I moved that. And it's going to try to scratch you with its claws. Ooh, that is a 30.
Yikes.
That's a regular hit.
One more and that would have been a crit. That would have been very bad.
Yep.
Alright, you take 6 spiritual damage. And then, like it did with Nim. It's going to try to reach in through, as it's slashing through your face, it pivots its claw and tries to clutch onto what feels like your brain. Oh, that was almost a natural 20. Alright, so that is a success. So Nia, you now find yourself grappled and restrained by this creature with 2 actions. Then with its 3rd action, it's going to fly 20 feet up and 10 feet over.
Hold. Does it have an action that specifically lets it drag another creature?
It does, yes.
Okay.
And
I
it
was
does
about
so
to say, 'cause
it does so without penalty.
I thought you were going to drop him into the abyss.
If2E's very stingy about that.
Yes. Alright, so let me lift up Nia just so, Bull, you can experience the horror that Nia's experiencing. Because you were just dangling above this pit whose darkness you cannot plumb. So Nia, what would you like to do up here all by your lonesome?
Not break grapple.
Are you sure?
Oh no. I'm going
Delay!
That's exactly what
just-
I was gonna say. I'm going to delay as Nia's paralyzed with fear.
Alright.
Because I know precisely what to do here.
Lysander, you are up.
I will cast Helpful Steps.
Oh my god. Combat ladder.
Oh my
Combat.
goodness.
Wait, does it have a cast time? Hold on. Nope, it's 2 actions.
It's 40 feet
so
high.
It's not a ladder. Creates a maximum height of 40 feet. So what I'll do is create a staircase. Basically where the top of the staircase is where Nia is at.
Yeah, so it starts here and goes up 40 feet. It's still not directly underneath Nia, but if she can be flung in that direction, she would land in a staircase and not a pit of eternal doom.
Can she maneuver in flight? And is flight falling?
She could not...
At the very least, she might be able to grab an edge.
Yes, exactly. Alright, so useful 2 actions, Lysander. What else would you like to do?
3rd action, sustain my spiritual armament.
Alright.
Take my action after Lysander.
Rio could try to disarm again, but you're bigger to take away.
That hits. Roll your damage.
8 spirit.
8 spirit. Take some damage. Alright, so
That's the end of my turn.
Nia, your initiative now becomes 26.
Alright, I attempt to escape.
I guess you technically skipped your turn.
Alright. Yes. Alright, so Nia, you attempt to escape with a 28. That is just enough to get out. You begin falling. Please give me a reflex saving throw to see if you can grab onto the edge. 20 is the DC. You grab onto the edge and you are now dangling.
Alright, action to climb up and
Sure.
not be dangling?
Yes. So
Cool.
you are now on solid
Is that-
ground.
Alright, do I have an action remaining?
Your action is to climb, because climbing is an action for you since you don't have that movement speed.
Action escape, reaction grab an edge.
Oh yeah, you do
Climb up.
have 1 action left, that's right, yeah.
Okay, I'm struck again with a
You could run down.
single action. Yeah, I'm gonna descend the stairs. As
Alright.
much as a 30-foot movement speed will get me.
So you get about 10 feet down them. I mean, sorry, you get about
Excellent.
30 feet down them. Alright.
Oh,
Rio.
great stairs!
Quite the convenient
How
spell.
high up do the
And-
stairs go?
40 feet.
Yeah, Rio's gonna go.
40
Rio's gonna
40
just go up
feet.
the stairs.
40 feet up?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb exactly 40 feet up.
No. Okay.
All
I
right.
can't stop you.
Your movement speed is what?
I mean, I'm right next to the stairs.
30 feet, yes.
the ladder.
So for one action, you can climb up 30 of the 40 feet of stairs. Because you can just walk up the stairs.
Okay, 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you like to get to the very top, you'll have to spend 2 actions.
Yes, 2 actions to the very top. So at the tip of the 40 feet. And it's 50 feet up in the air, right? Wait, why am I higher than it?
Because you wanted to go through all 40 stairs, all 40 feet.
I thought it was 50 foot up.
Oh, that is right, yeah.
Yeah. And then with my bow staff that has a 10-foot reach, I'm gonna hit it,
Go for it.
and I'm gonna use the imminence, the spark transcendence on it. So that'll be a normal attack. Hit, it does something.
15.
That probably misses.
Well, you would know it misses.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna hero point.
All right.
Oh.
17. Nope.
Nope. I stand awkwardly on the top of the ladder.
You swipe your staff and it just goes through the creature. Then you have to balance yourself because you're not used to your staff hitting nothing. So you kind of stumble over the edge, but then catch yourself. You're like, oh, woo.
Good thing I have a tail.
Nim, what would you like to do?
I will.
Actually, before you answer that, let me describe what you feel as you were standing here.
Okay.
As you are standing here, you feel an energy not unlike the kind that Lysander and Nia use whenever they are pumping you full of holy magic to heal you all. And as you strain for a second, it feels vaguely familiar to even Ryo's energy whenever he's like engaging with that spark that's constantly flying around his body and shooting all these crazy effects off.
Okay. And like, I see it? Is it just like so I'm just asking because I know assets. Is it like in a brazier, like it shows here?
Yes.
Or is it floating space, like a...
No,
the
it definitely
rocks
seems like there's some sort of device that's been buried in this rubble, and this blue flame is coming out of the top of this device. And judging by, well, if you'd like to make an engineering or society check, I could tell you more, but it seems to be a device of some kind.
Okay, a device of some kind. Okay, and it takes an action to like share information, right? If I call it out.
Correct.
Okay. One thing I'm gonna do is nudge fate, so we still keep the negative ACA thing, and I'm gonna have Cookie fly up to within 15 feet. But then I will also use an action to yell out to the rest of the folks of, it feels like y'all's energy that you use all the time, and I think it's a device of some kind. And then with my last action, can I start trying to dig it out? Like, is it loose enough rubble?
It is not loose enough rubble for you to dig out, but it would take you an action to figure that out. As you try to lift through the stones, you get a few pebbles off, but you realize that the centuries of crumbling and ruining here is too much for you to dig out manually.
Okay, so I would need to do like a crafting engineering. Well, I don't have an engineering thing, so
Yeah.
what?
You can just figure that out by spending your action to try to dig it out, and that's when you realize
Okay.
that it's going to be fruitless.
Okay, well then that would be all my things then.
All right. It is the bird's turn. Bird is the word, and you know who is right next to it? You are, Ryo. It's going to try to swipe at you. Ooh, that is a 29.
Not a crit.
10 points of damage to you. Oh, you are so lucky as it tries to grab you. Unfortunately, you have a strong resistance, and you're able to shunt it out of your mind by just screaming at it in your mind. The creature staggers backwards for a moment, confused by this, and then with its last action, it's going to try to peck at you. Critical hits.
Ay, ay, ay.
Only 15 points of damage. However,
yeah.
you were standing at the top of a staircase and precariously balanced. So please
Ouch.
roll me a D100.
Yeah.
If you roll less than a
In the
50,
morning.
if you roll less than a 50, you will fall back on the stairs. If you roll over a 50, you will fall over and off the stairs.
100.
Yes, so just type /R D100. Leaving this completely to chance. 75, you fall back on the stairs and do not plummet to your death. At least not yet. Alright, so that was the eagle's turn, so it is now Lysander's turn.
He's always running in. To stride. He got crit, so he's dying 3 right now because he was wounded.
Yes, he is very close to dying.
And no hero points.
I don't think I can reach him. All my healing is really short range. Nia, you might have to be the one to save him. I'll try to distract the bird, and I'm going to shoot another dagger at it.
Go for it.
Where's Foundry? Oh, there you are. Actually, I wonder if Divine Lance will do more damage. 3d4 versus 2d8. It's kind of the same, honestly.
That is
There we go.
And that is a crit because of the -1 AC.
Ooh, baby!
Yay! Cookie did something.
22 spirit damage.
Nice. It is looking really hurt after that. It lets out this horrific screech of pain.
And then for my final action, I'm going to make... I think a religion check might be appropriate here.
To do what?
Or maybe a deception check. Actually, I'm going to make a deception check.
What are you trying to do?
To try and, like, make a diversion, basically.
Ah, okay.
So let's make that diversion. I'm the real threat to you. These daggers will cut you down. Well, I guess that's more intimidating. Whatever.
Is your bonus for intimidation different?
No, not really.
Okay. What do you mean, not really?
Oh,
Me-
I'm actually not trained in intim.
Nia, you are up.
Nia's gonna run up the stairs. Rio's at the top of the stairs, right?
Yep. 30 feet to get back up to
Eight.
it.
Alright.
Yeah, 30 feet.
Alright, I do have 30 feet of movement.
Go for it.
So I'll do that.
I'm probably upside down on the rest of the 10 feet, so...
What?
Alright, and then be up here with Rio at the top of the stairs. Nia stands between the Griffin and Rio, As she runs up the stairs, it's like, hey lady, I know, I faltered, but please, I've gotta help my friend, and I'm gonna try to lay on hands on Rio.
You attempt to lay on hands on Rio. Unfortunately, that divine spark you once had still seems to be missing. You feel just this horrible vacancy deep in your chest. Almost like you abandoned something and were abandoned in return.
Alright, I got one action left. Can I swing at the griffin?
Sure.
Alright, Nia's gonna lash out with this hammer. Just trying to break its bones.
Go for it.
I don't even have nothing, so this is just regular dice.
26 does hit.
Hey.
Fortunately, it's not a crit though.
$13 damage, some of it spirit, and that is my turn.
Alright. Oh, this is so bad. Rio,
Death save. Oh no.
you need to roll a d20 and you don't have a hero point to stave this off.
Yep, I made my bet.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh, there we
my
go!
goodness.
5e.
Oh,
This isn't 5e.
I know it's not 5e, but you're now dying 1 instead of dying 3. Oops.
Holy.
So you're still dying, but you're dying 1 instead of dying 3. So you've got a couple more turns left to live. Woo! That is what we call clutch. Nim, you are up.
The sound of Nim's owl.
Okay. Let me see. I don't think. How high up is my guy? He's 40 feet up in the air.
You mean Cookie? Yeah, Cookie's about 40 feet in the area.
If she flies diagonally, will that? How does that work? I guess.
Every other diagonal is 10 feet of movement.
Okay. Never mind then. I don't think I can reach because Rio's 40 feet in the air too.
Barrage, maybe.
Yeah. I'm trying not to use that because we still have the big bad, and I don't think we're gonna get a long rest before the big bad.
But if you don't make it to the big bad, it doesn't matter anyway.
That's true. Okay, well then I will pull out my wand, and I guess I will use Force Barrage 2 actions.
So it has a 1 charge regardless. So do you want to only use 2 when you could use 3?
I thought it's each action for each one, and if it's 1 action to pull out a wand, I can only do 2.
Oh, I thought you pulled out your wand last turn. Never mind. So you're right. Yeah.
No.
All right. So yeah, give me 2.
I wish I had my wand, but
Sorry, you asked about it a couple turns ago, so in my mind I was thinking you already pulled it out. But thank you for correcting me and being honest.
oh, I think I messed up.
You should just click the roll damage on Foundry.
Yeah, but I tried to put it as 2 and it didn't want me to do it, so let me roll another one.
Yep. Alright, time to find out. Does it resist force damage or not? It does not appear to resist force damage. Nim, how do you want to do this?
Thank God. Right through its little beak, through the back of its head. And just both of them, one after another.
Alright. You blast out its head, and it dissolves in a mist of bright blue light. And that is your turn. Since we have a character who's dying, Lysander, what would you like to do?
I within 30 feet of Rio?
Yes, if you run up from there, you are within 30 feet.
Perfect. I'm going to expend a charge from the Staff of Healing
Very well.
to cast Heal at first rank.
And it should auto do the +1 item bonus, but we'll find out.
Yeah, I'm invested in shit. Rolling. Wait, that... nope, that's a 2 action. Wrong one. Here we go. There we are. 13 each.
13 hit points to you, Rio, as your wounded
Wounded too.
value increases, but your dying goes away. All right. So you have 1 action left, I believe, Lysander?
No, that was 2 actions to cast that spell.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you were doing the 1 action one. All right. Mia. What would you like to do, Nia? You're muted, Bull.
Oh, hello. Sorry. The griffin. Does it remain in reach?
The griffin exploded. Nim seems to have slain it.
Oh, it's exploded. Okay, I see. And Rio healed.
Yes, Rio is conscious again.
Okay, I'm gonna delay and just keep an eye out for danger.
All right, Rio. As you come to consciousness, the first thing you notice is that there's nothing under your feet. How do you react to that?
I'm gonna reach, flick my tail around until I can grab the ladder.
Yes, and what you realize as you're trying to move your tail around is you're sitting on it, and your feet are dangling off the top of this staircase.
Yep, my feet can't do much to help me right now, so I'm gonna try and find a hold somewhere to secure myself with my tail.
Yeah, would you like to stand up?
And then pull myself, I'm gonna pull myself up with my tail.
There you go. All right. That was 1 action. What else would you like to do?
It seems like there's no enemies left.
It does.
Tension still in the air. I'm gonna try to, since I have my spark still infused in my staff, I'm gonna try and long jump towards Nim, and then try to soft landing with the rest of my flight speed.
Do you have the feat that lets you long jump without taking a running start?
Oh, I don't. If that's the case, I'm just gonna jump and then slowly glide down around here.
Okay, well you're still 40 feet in the air, so you're still gonna have a 20-foot fall.
Oof. Okay. Yeah.
Could he
then-
do the 20-foot fall and then enact his fly so he lands safely the rest of the way? Kind of like a feather fall.
Don't really think that's how his flight works. He can leap from something into a flight.
Yeah. Let's not figure that out now. We can leave that for some other time. I'll just go down the stairs like a normal person.
There we go. There we go.
Alright, so
then,
it's 40 feet to get down to the base here.
Yep, that's.
So that would take you 2 actions to
My
get down there. Yeah, so you'd have 20 feet of movement left.
I used 1 to get up, so.
Right, but if you use 2 actions to get all the way down here, you have 20 feet of movement left.
Oh, then I'm just gonna not get all the way down, and then With my last action, I used it to drink a potion.
Okay, fair enough. Roll that. Nim, you are over here by your lonesome.
Yep, seeing we don't have anything attacking us right now, I'm going to turn back to the rubble and now try to discern how I can get to this device.
Alright, sorry, say that again.
I said, now that I don't see anything attacking anyone, I'm going to, I guess, sheathe my wand, so one action, and then I'd like to see if I can figure out how to expose this device where the flame's coming out of.
Sure. I don't think you have any, like, engineering or anything like that. So, I guess let's do either crafting or society.
Okay.
I will take my turn after Nim's thing.
Alright. As you're looking at it, you don't think you have any tools on you to do this, but if you had some way to, like, dig quickly or something that can move, like a shovel, that might work. Or maybe you need an explosive to blast apart the rubble first, but who knows what that might do to the rest of the
Or
world.
maybe a pickaxe.
That's all you get, though, with your check.
With my last action, then I will say to the rest of the party that, like, there's some sort of device where this flame's coming out of. It's hard to see, it's not easy. We would need probably some tools to try to unearth it. And then, she's gonna have Cookie move towards her.
Alright. Nia and Rio, could you please give me perception checks?
Let me apply expertise here to get a... Oh, it should be secret. Would you like me to re-roll that secretly?
Sure.
Or keep my 11?
It's better if you don't know.
Why didn't... Okay, it didn't do it. I need to... Oh, because I clicked the wrong thing. Of course.
Oh, well, it was private
Right.
for us, not private for you that second
What?
time.
Okay, I don't know how to use Foundry, I guess. I've just been... Wow. My mistakes compound.
Alright, we'll just take your 11.
Whatever of those rolls you like. I
All right.
saw the 25. It was a... I saw the 25. I saw the 11.
So-
I'll pretend I don't know what the results were.
Yeah, I mean, you rolled 3 times, so... So Nia, you are still a bit distracted by the feeling of that vacancy in your chest, and the fact that every time before when you prayed, you felt some sort of reaction from Sol Saha, but not now. However, Rio, as you turned around and came prancing down the stairs, you couldn't help but notice. You see my light. In this corner of the room over here, there is another similar-looking device to the one that Nim is currently looking at, also
I was just about to say.
buried in rubble. And so we are, for now, out of initiative order, so what would you all like to do?
We're out of.
I'm going to treat my own wounds.
Alright, you will begin treating your own wounds, we'll come to that later. Nia and Lysander and Nim, what would you like to do?
Nia descends the stairs and picks back up Bondage Breaker.
Alright.
Which, I realize that puts me at encumbered.
Yes.
I cannot carry quite so many heavy things. If anyone can
We can-
carry one bulk, or
We
if
have a
anyone wants to split
pocket.
10 potions between them.
We have a
I have a
pocket
lot of
thing we can
potion.
put in.
Now is not the time to manage inventory.
Alright.
Okay,
While Lysander's saying that, I'm walking towards Nia with the basically bag of holding. I don't remember what you call it in Pathfinder.
Spacious
For-
pouch, but yeah.
Spacious pouch, yes.
Alright, so yes, you can make your way over there to Nia. And Nia, after you pick up Bondage Breaker, what would you like to do?
I will tuck my rapier inside the bag of holding.
Stop
which
moving
puts me
then.
back outside of encumbered.
Thanks, yeah.
And yeah, I got the pickaxe. I want to take the safest route over to that light that was
Looking at?
yeah.
Alright, so Rio and
Would you
Lysander,
put-
whenever you make it over to this light, what are you doing?
So Lysander is going to take his hand and like slowly approach the flame with it.
Okay. It's strange.
Does
It doesn't give off any heat. Do you put your hand fully in the fire?
if it doesn't like hurt, sure.
Alright, you put your hand wholly in the fire. The flame just laps over it like it's almost invisible or incorporeal. Doesn't seem to have any effect on you.
What do you make of this, Rio?
It doesn't seem dangerous. What are we
Do
supposed
you
to
think
do
you
with
can?
it?
Do you think you can move these rocks?
Yeah, sure. And then I try to uncover the device.
Yeah, that's the thing. As you start digging, you realize these rocks are too settled in to where digging with your hand is really not going to make a difference. You need something to break up the rocks and pry them free.
Nia, I remember you had a pickaxe.
I go over to Nia, like, floating over there.
Before you go, I'm gonna lay on hands you.
Okay, stop moving. Oh no, you got it. Okay, good.
And I'm also gonna give you a nudge to scales, so that's 22 HP to Rio.
Thank you.
Can't believe Lysander just went Fortnite on my partial boss encounter. Alright, so Rio rejoins you and asks you about the pickaxe that you had.
Yeah, I will hand it over. And I also want
I
to
see what
take
you mean
a
now.
healing potion.
And then grabbing the pickaxe, I float back.
So I think you
my
are
center.
clicking on the self roll, which means it rolls only to you, Bull, so I can't even see what you're rolling.
Oh, yeah, here.
There you go.
And I start swinging.
That's right.
Alright, so let me take Bondage Breaker from your inventory and put it into Rio's. But you walk over there, Rio, yes, and then what?
I start swinging like a miner.
I just had a flashback to the memes from Sister Leveling, which is a parody of solo leveling.
Oh no.
Alright, so go ahead and roll an attack with Bondage Breaker. It has a special effect whenever it is breaking something out. What does it say?
Let's try it.
Dang
Plus,
it.
you ignore the first 5 points of the object's hardness.
That's an 18.
18, that'll hit, roll damage. 8. Okay. So with that, it takes you, keep in mind, this was all happening while you were starting to tend to your wounds, but you dropped that to do this. It takes you about a minute, but you all hear this thundering cracking as Rio, infused with this strange energy, is just plowing through this rubble. And you uncover, I'm not going to move it here, but you uncover this device, and it does seem to be a pedestal of some sort, at the top of which are these ivory horn-like protrusions, and the center of which is this seemingly incorporeal blue flame. And as you all have looked at this for a while, you realize that these, like horns, they could actually be shut, and they could conceal the flame. And Rio points out that he did earlier, that there is another such device over here in the back of the room. So this device has been excavated. Someone give me a perception check, whoever would like to try to study this device.
I'll do it.
Alright, go for it. You can see, as you have chopped through all of these rocks, and although there's a ton of debris settled around the base of this statue, you can still tell that there's a groove around the base of the statue, like it could be rotated in some way. It seems like the statue, or the structure, can move in some way. And you also notice something else. This flame over here in this brazier suddenly lights up. It was not lit up before.
Do you remember what it said? Hidden by divine awakened. If this energy is divine, maybe if we close these, we will find the celestial rhombus?
Well, or is that the rhombus? And I point to the 4, well now 3 dormant braziers in the room. And maybe uncovering them will complete it. The rest of them seems like they're all buried.
One way to find out, we can see if we can close the horns, or we can unbury all of them and see if that works.
I pass the pickaxe to Lysander and then infuse my spark into my knuckles. I'll go take care of that one. Feel free to go check around the room. I think there might be maybe 2 more over on the other side of the room, and then I go over to the brazier, the second one that I just discovered.
All right.
I'm going to attempt to close the horns on this thing. I want to see what happens.
All right. And how do you do that?
Can I just push them, or is it some kind of lever?
Okay, so you reach up underneath the horns and try to see if you can push up and push them closed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you do that, it seems like these are locked in place somehow. And if you had some really strong force, you might be able to break the lock and force them shut, but ordinary just pushing and pulling and tugging is not going to do it.
And I don't see any sort of lever or somewhere where a lever would go.
You do not. The only oddity you see is around the base. It looks like the statue can change, or this structure can change directions.
Alright, I'm going to try to swivel it then, see what happens.
Alright. As you put your hands around it and try to twist it, you realize that this device is actually incredibly solid and incredibly heavy, made out of some sort of thick metal. It almost feels like it's something is inside to make it even denser and heavier. So it seems like it could move. But you are not strong enough to make it move. Perhaps there is some other way of making it move.
For now, what I think I'll do is make my way over to one of the other ones.
Okay. What other ones?
And
Give me a perception
how about the
check.
one near the... Kyler would like to trade. Oh, yes. Alright, perception check.
Alright. So you didn't notice this before, but as you scanned the room, seeing that there were 2 of these devices hidden on the opposite side, you naturally have the thought, well, I wonder if there's more over here. You don't see anything over here. Again, remember, these braziers are not lit, but you do see they possibly could hold light. And then, nestled back in a dark nook, behind some very thick webbing, barely visible at all, you see a very faint spectral blue light emitting from some sort of hole over here. And as you keep scanning, as Rio said, there might be 2 more, you can see that there is a thick portion of the wall still standing here, but in between the cracks, there is a faint blue light emitting from back there. But it is not visible, except through the cracks.
Eddie. Well, I'm gonna get to work breaking these
Alright.
out.
Nim and Nia, what are you up to?
I'm gonna refocus while they're doing this, I guess.
Okay, that will take 10
I don't have
minutes.
I don't have any athletic skills.
Alright, well, so you begin trying to refocus. We'll check back on it in a minute. Nia, what about you?
I moved the pickaxe into the party stash since the trade didn't work.
Yeah. The trading is really weird.
Bull, are you still there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, so what is Nia doing at this point?
I think Nia stays near the middle of the middle platform, but out of arm's reach of the floating ghost, and just keeps an eye out for anything that moves unexpectedly.
Alright. Well, as you turn back away from the spirit caged in the middle in that crackling orb of silver light, that he seems to be, in another fit of some kind, as he says, I warned you! I warned you! It has only just begun! The defenses have not yet fallen, but you shortly will, as the room begins to shake once more. And you see, once again, the emergence of the purple flaming tiger and the blue spectral griffin. And I need you all to roll initiative once more.
Oh gosh. We took too long.
So for for Lysander and Rio, give me athletics for your initiative. For Nim, occult because you were trying to focus, and Nia, perception because you were looking around. But your refocus did not go off. That has not been 10 minutes.
Can't roll initiative because we're still in initiative.
Alright. Yes.
Why can't I roll initiative?
I can't either.
Yeah, we are already in initiative order. They won't let us roll a new one.
There you go.
Oh,
They
I
had,
had to close my sheet.
there you go. I had to clear you from the last one. It kept you in there for some reason.
Maybe we try to
I'm an
bondage
expert.
breaker this guy out.
What? What a solution!
So Nim, give me a Colton.
Give this
Lysander,
man a
give me
hero point.
athletics.
It's still grayed out for me.
That's weird.
Try to close your sheet.
Close and reopen your sheet. Yeah.
Oh, well, I also can press the dice next to my name on the tracker, so let me try that. Even though my sheet's still grayed out. Did you say it's 17?
Yes. Alright, so I have to manually update Lysander's. Alright. So, it is the eagle's turn, the griffin's turn.
That gif.
Alright, so the eagle does not spawn at 50 feet. It spawns over here. And it's going to fly over and try to attack you and grab you, Nim.
No.
That's a critical hit.
Well, cool.
This is not going to be pretty. Luckily for you, I rolled minimum damage. That's 12 damage. Yeah, that kind of sounds like Cole. No, I'm kidding. And it succeeds, so it grabs you. And with its last action, it flies up as it has a 60 feet movement speed. It flies up 30 feet.
Oh, no.
Remember, flying up is double.
Yeah, I know, that's why it's only 30 feet.
Ah, there you go.
And you were not by stairs this time, so.
Being snack size sucks.
So Griffin, Tiger, Neil, Lysander, Nim. Neil, Lysander. Alright. So, the Tiger's turn. Tiger is going to run over and try to pounce on you, Nia. Lets out a ferocious roar as it attacks you. Just like that. That is a 19. So it looks like that hits.
No, does it? Why have I have 19? What did it? Oh no, I have off guard still applied from last fight when I was grappled.
Ah, okay. So then that misses. Alright.
You know, I think off guard should be removed. Did a minute pass by since the last fight? I also might not have runic weapon anymore.
Yes,
I
a minute.
gave that
to
weapon
pass.
away. Never mind. I certainly don't have that.
Alright, and you are not restrained and off guard. Alright, and then with its last action, it seems to just disappear entirely. Nia.
Delay!
You got it. I can't reach that thing up there.
Lysander.
What do you got in your pocket,
Nia,
Lysander?
we can't keep fighting them. Take this! Yeet the bondage breaker across the abyss.
I mean, that's... Roll me an athletics check. How much does that weapon weigh?
Assurance athletics.
One bulk.
Would that do it for me?
I mean, throwing a heavy weapon across a 20-foot chasm, I think you're going to need a 20.
A 20? I can't make that. Fuck it. I'm gonna cast Helpful Steps.
Alright.
Because otherwise I'm just out of this fight. Pretty much. It's just gonna be a flat ladder kind of going across the chasm here.
Ah, alrighty then. There you go.
Then I'm gonna stride across, and then I'm basically gonna be holding out the weapon.
All right, Rio, what would you like to do?
I was in the middle of about to pound on this rubble with my Titan Breaker spark infused, so I'm gonna do exactly just that.
All right, roll an attack roll, please. You need an 18 to deal damage to the rubble. Excuse me. That's how I imagine Rio too. 19, roll damage. Remember, it took you a minute last time to break these apart.
And I can probably hit harder than that pickaxe. Nope. But the 4 spirit damage, that will go through 5 hardness. Yeah.
I think rocks have spirit.
So, you make some damage, you crack a couple of the rocks in there, but doesn't look like you made too much progress.
Yeah, so my imminence makes constructs and objects not immune to the spirit damage, and it bypasses amount of hardness equal
Yep.
to level 5.
Well, that's cool.
Yep, so that was one action. Or was that?
Second attack.
Yep, go for it.
I'm basically just slamming my tail like a sledgehammer.
28, that is a critical hit. Roll critical damage. I mean, if you get a couple crits, you might be able to expedite this process. Don't do double ones again. 24!
Well, the spirit damage will always be consistent, so...
Yes, 24. All right. So you make a pretty big dent that time as you punch through about a solid 2 to 3 inches of pure rubble. You pull your fist back as there's this gaping hole in there now. But you still got a long ways to go.
And third action...
Make sure this is at -10, by the way.
Oh, right. That's a miss.
That is a miss. You punch it, but don't break it. Nim, you are up.
Really, all I can do is try to escape, but if I do that, I fall to my death.
True.
So I guess I do nothing. I don't. I got a
Turn
cookie.
invisible or something.
I can't. With your restrained, you can't cast spells, right?
Restrained?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
I'm
restrained.
Yeah,
It
you're
restrains
restrained.
you?
Yeah.
With a critical
Holy.
success on a grab, that it'll do a restrain.
So
Yeah,
I
she-
guess.
Nim doesn't have the highest resistance to being grappled.
I
mean,
don't have
you
any.
could-
I can't even do anything with Cookie either because I can't cast a spell. So
Well, you could give. You could spend
attempt
an.
a fist strike.
Yeah, you could do that. You could spend an action to give Cookie 2 actions.
yeah, but Cookie can't do really anything either.
That's true. You could also
Falling,
delay.
I think falling is still better than being in its grasp, I think.
Are we sure? Okay. I will
Or
try to
you
break
could,
free.
like, you could try to wiggle out and then grab onto it.
I don't think I'm gonna wiggle out. I have spaghetti arms, but is it just an athletics?
It is
To try.
athletics, acrobatics, or
An attack
unarmed
roll.
strike.
Yeah. Your choice.
We'll do acrobatics then.
All right. Oh, so close. Fortunately, that is a failure. You can try again, but it'll be
Well,
at -5.
We'll just hope for a natural 20.
How about a natural
And
2?
worse. Okay.
All right. Well,
That's it.
Giant Eagle's turn. Well, you know what? The eagle flies up 30 more feet and a little over the area.
Of course.
How tall is this room?
This room is 200 feet tall.
Whoa.
Remember, you had to
I
go
missed
down
that.
60 feet just to get into this chamber. And you were up at a higher level, and you could You didn't see the ceiling even at the higher level. So Nim, after it flies a couple times, it's going to release. And you begin falling.
Bye-bye, Nim.
Can I acrobat to try and
You can
just
give-
fall
Doesn't-
to pavement?
All the way in the 6-second turn, right?
No, you can give me a reflex saving throw to try to grab onto its talon, but that is the only place that you can grab on currently.
Okay, well then we'll do that. You said reflex.
Yep. Otherwise, you are plummeting.
22.
Ooh, that is enough. All right. You grab onto the end of its talon as you were just dangling there like a little paperweight.
This is exciting.
It is now the tiger's turn. Lysander. All of a sudden, you hear a roar as something leaps out invisibly to attack you. Because you cannot see it, you are off guard to it. And it's going to reach out and try to bite you right in the face. You're kidding. Alright, well, it's going to try again. And it misses again. Alright.
This tiger is cursed.
It really is.
It better stay that way.
Alright, and then with its third action, you don't know what happens because you cannot see it. Cannot detect it. But it doesn't seem to, Actually, with its third action, it's gonna try to disarm you.
Oh, you bitch. Wait, that is the attack trait. Minus 10.
It does. But that's a natural 20.
You gotta be kidding me. Wait, what did it roll? What did it roll?
It rolled a natural 20. Plus...
Okay, it rolled a nat 20, but what's the actual number?
The actual number is 33.
With a minus 10?
I'm sorry. With a minus 10, it is a 23.
Okay.
That's against reflex DC?
That's that's a success and it's upgraded to a success.
Yeah, it's upgraded to a crit. So, you drop the, Pale Lady's hammer. As you are standing...
Alright, it's at
Yep.
my feet.
Since you're at the edge of this here, it drops. Roll me
Wait, what? What weapon?
the pickaxe. Roll me a D100, Lysander. If you roll below a 50, it lands precariously on the steps. If you roll over a 50, it slides off the edge of the steps. Since you were right at the end of them. Leave it up to fate. Alright. So it is right next to you on the staircase. Nia, what would you like to do?
Okay, nothing is visible and within reach, so I'm going to run to the
You're after
edge.
me, aren't you?
Yeah, I delayed a whole turn and didn't act,
You didn't
but
act.
that's fine. There was no point where a thing was within reach of anything beyond. I could throw a throwing knife for a D4 plus 0, but that's not gonna
Alright,
be
alright. Well,
meaningful.
come
So
grab
more
this
meaningful.
pickaxe then.
I got a better move. I'm standing over here and I'm gonna ready an action. I want to catch Nim if she falls.
Oh,
Alright.
that's also
That'll
good.
be my turn.
also
Alright.
a good move.
Lysander, what would you like to do?
Alright, so I'm gonna pick up that pickaxe.
Alright.
And I'm gonna come over here. And I'm just gonna start beating on this guy.
Alright, girl, give me an attack roll,
The
please.
cage or the guy?
The cage.
You're... Goddamn, Ben, with your clever applying the mechanics that we were given.
Oh god, I am terrible with this weapon.
Oh, I'm no better.
And I'm enfeebled. Bro.
You literally brought that upon yourself.
This cannot get any worse.
Yeah, 14,
I don't know
unfortunately.
what-
Whoa, do you not have martial weapons?
No, I'm an oracle.
Oh no.
Yeah,
hold on,
I'm
hold
only
on a
simple
second.
weapons.
Wait, no, hold on a second, actually. Let me
So-
see if my champion permission archetype.
Why am I the target?
Because you deserve it. I don't know. So you swing with your pickaxe. It just glances off the side of this crackling silver orb that seems to be made out of solid light, by the way, so it's weird whenever your pickaxe just bounces off the side of it.
Alright, well, that's gonna be the end of my turn, ain't it, bud?
That is, unfortunately. Nim.
Do I notice Nia?
I mean, you tell me. Nim is currently dangling for dear life, about to die.
For
What do you-
sure she's staring down like, oh god, I'm
Okay.
dead.
So she sees Nia there, yeah.
Okay.
Nia squatted with her hands out like she's trying to get ready to catch you.
Okay, she's gonna yell trust fall and let go of the bird.
All right, you let go of the bird. You fall 30 feet. Would you like to take any other actions while you are free falling?
If I can, I don't know if I can use like acrobatics to try to also like reach out to Nia to help support her catching.
I mean, currently you are too high in the air to do that, but
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing I can do here in the air, but as I get closer, that would be what I'd be trying to do.
you don't want to cast a spell on your way down or anything? For 2
I
actions?
don't have a spell to help this.
All right.
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
don't have
hearing
anything to help this.
Pass my turn. All right, Rio.
Seeing the dire situation, and she's in the air, in midair, I'm gonna dash over. Oh,
You're going to have to leap for that one.
I'm gonna just fly. Turns out my flight speed is 20.
Yeah, it won't get you all the way across.
Yep.
Looks like it does.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
just enough.
It looked to me like it was just off the edge, but that's fine.
And then 30 feet here. And then I'm gonna try and catch her with my tail, its biggest limb I have.
True. Unfortunately, ready is 2 actions.
Ooh. Then I'm just gonna
Can he-
stick out my tail and hope she grabs it.
Can they
Alright.
support Nia?
Yeah,
Like
we'll say
to-
that you could be giving aid to Nia as she tries to catch
yeah,
Nim.
I'm gonna keep Nia steady then.
So roll me an acrobatics check, or athletics, your choice, Kyler. All right,
Fine.
25. I will be nice and not increase the difficulty despite this being a very hard thing to do, and say that's a critical success, so Nia, you get a +2 to your attempt to catch her.
Alright, yeah. Try and catch Nim. What do I roll?
Well, you gotta wait your turn because the bird goes before you.
Oh, sure.
And the bird is going to try to reach out and grab you, Nim.
No.
That is a 27, so it picks you up in the air. And
Oh man.
it is going to... so you are now grappled in again. It's not a critical against you. Actually, it is. That is a crit, so you are restrained again. Oh no.
Bro, it's playing with you.
This is a roller coaster I want off.
Don't you love theme parks? And then it is going to move over to here. With its void, into this void, as it carries you, Nim. And you are left dangling there above a new abyss. As you look down, all you can see is the eerie faint glow of blue flame and you can even this high up hear the whispers of some sort of dispossessed souls down there, and it seems like they are calling and yearning for you to come join them. Is this the end of Nim's tale? Why don't we find out next week? As Ben will have to leave soon, and I don't want to kill a character whose player is not here. So we will...
Comment. You can tell me whatever you want, buddy.
That seems a little rude. Well, I mean, I would if you were here, but not if you're not here.
You could kill me right now. You could drop rocks right on my head. I don't give a shit.
So,
Alright.
we will pick up there with it being
Next
the
week.
Tiger's
Oh, yeah,
turn
let's
next
get it.
week.
Second.
So, yes, Cole just has to sit and sheer horror for a week of whether her character is going to die or not.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to fly, so maybe she just joins whatever is in the abyss. So
Or maybe
I had a
cookies
feeling
are
they would
against
come
strike
back.
and fix you.
I had
Maybe
a
it's not
feeling
so
they would
bad.
come back if we didn't do something.
well, yeah, and like I am so like the spells I picked not helpful at all in this fight, even in the slightest. And I'm also afraid to like let go of everything, and then we have to fight the big boss, and I have nothing.
Yeah,
that's just the way it
spellcasters
is.
have hard decisions.
Yeah, because all I have left as far as like a big gun is a scroll of force barrage. That's it. And
I can't chase the griffin down because I'm stunted.
I can't even reach it. I didn't take a bow because of hubris.
yeah, and my telekinetic projectile won't do anything to it because it's not the right damage. So I'm just worthless.
I'm kind of just going for the Hail Mary of destroying the cage on that guy and hoping they disappear, basically.
Or you just let him loose on us, one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, we just die, you know. No biggie.
Yeah, but we die cinematically.
Yeah, that would be cooler death than just dying to, Lane Griffin.
Oh, that's where I'm going, so.
Not if I can help it, because I can't think of anything else to do with my actions with things invisible and out of reach.
I imagine parachutes haven't been invented yet, but if they had, that's be the next thing she purchases in town.
The gentle landing spell.
Yes. No
well, it won't
parachutes,
help
but
if I have
spell.
nothing to land on.
Actually, no,
Just
because
fall
it kind of lets
slowly
you, it
into
lets
the
you
abyss.
flow down. Yeah, you could kind of swim. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't
maybe
swim. I'd still fall, but just fall down slowly.
very slowly, yeah.
So you get a
Just
great
just
view of the abyss as
pathetically
you
going down
slowly
into the
sink in.
depths
Exactly. I can just slowly
Terminator.
have my
Try
fear
to swim in the air.
ramp up.
Yeah, exactly.
As-
You get to have a long moment of your life flashing before your eyes and pondering your life decisions before you die.
Exactly.
Try to do
I'd
a
rather just
Looney
fall
Tunes.
fast.
Looney Tunes mid-air swim, try to move forward.
The Wile E. Coyote movement.
Hold up a
Alright,
little
good night,
sign that
everybody.
says, uh-oh.
Good night, Ben. For those of you who are still
Night.
here, how did you like having Tailspire for this encounter?
It was cool. I like
very
it better for helping visualize what's going on.
Ooh,
Yeah.
very fun for 3D combat. That was nice. And the way you were able to create stairs or bridges during it, that was cool too. Yeah, you chose a good encounter to show off Tailspire.
Oh, good. Thank you.
But dang, also a great encounter to show off how limited a swashbuckler is against flying
Swashbuckler who took no
Well,
range, by
and-
the way.
Yeah, and here
Well-
I am, a witch who's supposed to be able to help, and I'm worthless because I have no damage that'll help any of these.
I can't do a finisher against something in range unless I take a feat for it. And if I don't do that, I'm doing like a D6 plus 0.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
do. I wish runic weapon also gave magic damage instead of just doubling damage. That would be nice to be able to switch things up like that.
Yeah, but you're giving us a challenge, and I'm doing my best to respond to it.
Gotta make you fear for your lives every once in a while.
Right? What's the fun in a game where every encounter I get to, oh yeah, I get to flank them and I get to do my cool flourish moves, and that's fun sometimes, but also sometimes I can't reach an enemy, I can't intimidate at this distance, I can't tumble through. What do I do? All of the things that my character is kind of built around are out of reach.
Well, at least you have a better a chance of success than most of leaping through these gaps and stuff.
I can cross the gaps, yes.
You could do like a cool flip through the air to get across or something.
I can fall through the gaps.
Like you're about to demonstrate very well for us.
And into the abyss. It surely it's just like you're just gonna splash into it like water, and you'll swim to the side.
I'm sure it is a wonderful experience, and it's probably like a 10 out of 10 spa experience that you guys will miss out on. So